at 65 kilos, just beat Joey. Kind of take us through your match. We were back here with our interview, so what happened?
I came out, got a big 4 right off the bat with a double leg. And then obviously followed up with 2 more takedowns, double, switched off to single, and then another single leg. And then I forget, a duck, hit the cowboy duck, fits the mold. I know I wrestled Joey back just a couple weeks ago at the Bill Farrell, so I knew what to expect. I knew he's a tough competitor. I've wrestled him before, and he's had a great tournament as well. So both were coming in, rolling, and what benefits me is scoring and keep scoring. I have the cardio, the endurance now to wrestle like a madman for a day if I need, or 2 days. So who cares about 6 minutes? So for me, it's go out, score, keep my opponents on their heels, and then continuing to wrestle, make guys wrestle me, and create wrestling scenarios and wrestling positions. But I'm a scorer, so I'm gonna go out and try to put up 100 points if I can, right? So I think that was very big for me to come out within the first 5 seconds, hit a double leg, feet to back, and get a 4-point exposure, right? That set the tone, and then I was able to move off to that double and move to my single, which eventually led me to the tech fall.
So you're training now in North Carolina with Kenny Monday, Coleman Scott, Tony Ramos. How are you different now that you're in that room with those guys?
I think it's family, right? Those guys are family to me. Tony's been a competitor, but as we all know, wrestling's a small community, and me and Tony have always been close and spoken with each other, and just getting down in that environment with Tony, Coleman, and Coach Monday, and Coleman have coached me and been in the room with me since I stepped foot in Oklahoma State University. So having them around, and they have seen me develop since my high school career and stepping into college, I think was a huge benefit for me. Not only do they know my wrestling, they just know me as a person and know what to do to get the best out of me. So one of my keys, for the past couple of years, I've been wrestling injured, and I don't like to talk about it. In this sport, you take the mat, you're held accountable for anything, right? So with that being said, I got into a good environment where weight's not an issue, injuries aren't an issue. I'm training, on all cylinders, every day, and envisioning, what I want. What's the ultimate goal, right? It's to be an Olympic champ. It's to get on top of that podium and have your flag risen and have that gold medal around your neck. So for me, it was huge getting with them, because those guys held me accountable inside the room, outside the room, but also know how to address my training going forward. Whether it's, one big thing guys used to always bank on against me is endurance and cardio. And I hope after today and this tournament, guys will really understand that it's going to take more. It's going to be more technical. It's not just going to be cardio. We're not going to do 1-score matches, 2-score matches, right? If you score on me, that's awesome, because I'm coming back. I'm trying to score 20 more points, right?
Jordan, you mentioned after the Farrell, it's very important for you to come here to compete, because sometimes you said you've maybe let off the gas or took too much time off and it's affected you. Will we continue to see you compete January, February, or you mentioned the technicals, so are you going to go back in hiding a little bit before the trials?
No hiding. I don't need to hide from nobody. You're going to see me competing next month, right? Whether it's Rome, whether it's Eureka, whether I got to form a tournament down in North Carolina and bring guys in and wrestle. So, the key for me is consistency, discipline consistency, right? And this isn't just, I won the U.S. Open, the U.S. Nationals, now I can sit back, right? Just like the Bill Farrell, this is another stepping stone, right? We have guys like Zane that didn't come to this in the 10, right? He's the number 1 guy in my weight class, so there's still a lot of things to improve on, right? I went 50 points to 0. I got a lot of Texas this tournament, but you go back and look at my matches at the Farrell and look at my matches here. There's little differences I made. Not giving up push-outs, not letting guys take the center of the mat. finishing shots, but not only finishing shots, finishing and looking for turns. So I keep seeing myself improve as a wrestler, but the great thing is I keep seeing myself improve as a person outside the room, and then it carries on to inside the room. So the daily habits and the discipline, consistency, it's just showing, right? So I never want to relax now, right? I'll relax when I'm done with this sport. But right now, the goals in mind, it's make the Olympic team, and it's win an Olympic gold, and to do so, that takes every day, and decisions every day I make, weigh into that choice.
Was that a specific event? Was it something, Coach Monday or Coach Scott taught you? Was it something that came from you, or where you said the consistency in yourself? Where did that change come from?
I knew it was key for me just because, as people know, I can get big, right? And taking downtime for me is not only taking downtime from competition and making weight, but I get a little lackadaisical with my training. I'm not in there doing the things I really need to be doing. But when I'm training for a competition and I'm training to wrestle high-level guys, coming into this, it's like, man, I have all these options I can hit, whether it's Johnny, it's Ehrman, it's Mount there. Hats off to those guys. Those guys keep me sharp as well, right? When I'm going into the training room, it's not, whoever's standing in front of me. I put those guys in front of me every day, right? And the decisions I make, I'm thinking like, would they do this? And everything I do revolves around my competition and what I'm trying to accomplish, because, I haven't made it to the top of the ladder yet, right? I've been one of the top guys, and consistency every year. I get there and fall a little bit short. I'm just tired of it, right? It's overwhelming. It drives you crazy a little bit, because keep getting to the top and falling back down. It's like, dang, another climb. But I would never take it back, and I'm just happy where I'm at right now. Not satisfied. I got a lot more growing to do as a wrestler to be where I want to be.
Last thing for me, at least. You've been in the sport a long time. Do you ever start thinking about, as the time gets shorter and shorter, I got to take this a little more seriously maybe than I've been in the past?
National
Has that ever crossed your mind, or no?
Yes.
Spencer
It's huge.
Lee.
Right? I got to approach this, and I feel better than I've ever felt. Don't get me wrong. I can look in 2024, right? But right now, this is it for me, right? I'm approaching every day. I'm approaching all of this like, this is my last opportunity. I can't give myself an option to be like, oh, this is always next year, or I'm looking at 2024. No, right? To me, I'm retiring after I get my gold medal this year, right? And that's how I'm going to treat it. This is my shot. Take advantage of this opportunity. Don't let it slip. And then after I win, maybe I'll come back and repeat a couple.